Hello, my name's Maria and you're watching The Rich and Simple Living. Today I thought we'd have a chatty vlog today. We'll have it over a cup of coffee or a cup of tea in my case. So I'm going to make a cup of tea, and while I'm doing mine, you can be doing yours. Actually, I was going to show you what tea bags I use. I'll do that while I'm at it. So these are the tea bags that I have. I'm not really a coffee drinker. I tend to drink tea, but when we go to the Costa shop, I do have a Costa coffee there. Well, a latte. I like a latte, an all milky one, because occasionally I can drink something made with all milk, but I tend to prefer a cup of tea. So yeah, they're the tea bags I have. Put one in my cup. So today we're going to be doing some question and answers. I was given some questions by Crystal Wednesday, and I thought, oh well, good idea, we'll do them first, we'll tackle them first, because I thought what we're going to do is if we can have some chatty Fridays over a nice cup of coffee or tea. I thought what to chat about is different subjects, and I was going through what my channel was originally, and I'm thinking, well, we seem to have gone off track a bit with it, so I wanted to pull it back in line with how it was. So I'll tell you about that in a minute. Let's make this cup of tea. So I'll show you my kettle. We've got one of these fancy kettles. It's a bit like my coffee machine. So I just put my cup under it, put my tea bag in, put my cup under it, set the top to how, full you want it. And then you just press on, well, if I can press it, and it'll do it quite quickly. And the reason I've got this kind of kettle, away from it, near me, is because it helps Dean with his arthritis. We had normal kettles before, and he was picking them up and dropping them if his fingers locked. So Lisa got him this kettle, and it's much easier. He's not having to handle it when it's got hot water. Plus it's quicker than the other kettle as well. So yeah, if you're making your cup of coffee or your cup of tea while I'm doing mine, I just realised I haven't got a spoon. I'll need a spoon. So that's how gun just comes out, and that's it. And then that fill, I like it back so full. So what I'm going to do actually while I'm making the cup of tea, one of the first questions that Crystal had asked me was, does Dean have any sort of irritating habits or anything that I get on my nerves? Have you got something that irritates me? Well, yeah, I couldn't really think of many. I did say to Dino, you could answer this as well, but he's outside at the moment. He's doing the garden, so I can't really ask him. But we did discuss it a bit last night, and he couldn't think of anything except one thing, which is linked to the thing with him. So this is what irritates me the most about him. So I'm going to put milk in my drink. I know exactly where to find the milk if Dean's had it. There. You see, he thinks that little gap there slots his milk in nicely. And I'm saying, but you got out the fridge. The milk belongs in the fridge. And he goes, no, I'm going to be using it again. We're all going to be using something again, but you always put it away where we've been, where it came from. So yeah, I'll answer that question now while I'm actually doing my drink. So that's my, the one thing that Dean does that irritates me. He doesn't really do anything much that irritates me, but that's one of them. Well, one of it is. The main thing that irritates me, always puts the milk into that corner, and I put it in the fridge. And so Sean's took it, I was just about to take it because we're going to sit down that end. But when I said to him, what's the thing that irritates you about me? And so he goes, I don't know. And he goes, well, what irritates me, you about me? I said, the milk. I said, it's that milk. You just leave it there. And it's like he's created that gap especially to fit the milk bottles in. I said, you never put it back in the fridge. You get it out of the fridge if I've had it last, but you leave it there. And he goes, well, that's what irritates me about you, moaning about the milk. So that's what irritates us. So that's the question number one, but I thought, well, I'll answer that one while I'm doing the cup of tea. So we're going down the bottom, taking my drink. Have you got your drinks ready now? if you're having a drink, that is. So let's go down here, sit down here. Bring it down so you can see, and I've got my question book next to me. I wrote the questions down, so I'm going to have to swap my glasses because these are my long range ones and I can't see to read with them. There we go. Can see you. So yeah, and like I was saying, I'll drink that in a minute because it's a bit hot. I don't like to drink it till it cools a bit. So like I was saying, like my channel, how it started off, I feel like we've gone away from it a little bit, or left things behind that we don't really need in it anymore. So what it started off, there was like a little catch line. It was homeschooling, homesteading, home life, and that was sort of the catch line that we used. So we were homeschooling, homesteading and home life. That was what my channel was about. So I set it up because I started homeschooling Sean, or home educating as we say here in the UK. So I set it up for that, and although we do still home educate Sean, she's in year 11 now, she still does her home education. We don't really do anything on the channel about it anymore. We don't sort of, nothing much has changed really. It was all right when she was younger and there was loads of different resources and lots of things to do, but there wasn't really now, nothing much to do because she's sort of at GCSE year. She don't want to take GCSEs, but she's thinking of the foundation courses, that functional courses, I think it is foundation functional, and you can sit your English and your maths for that. So she's looking at that for years 12 and 13, like sixth form years, because we hummed and hawed about college, and the only thing really suitable there was art, but she sort of wanted to do animals. And so I said, well, we can carry on as we are. If we do the first year from home, you can start your functional courses, because you can do them at the college. She could do some things you want to do at home and perhaps take the functional maths and English at the college, and I think she got up till she's 19 to take them. So I said, well, we can do that, and then we can do some courses, online courses tailored to animal care and that kind of thing that she's interested in, and we can see how we do. Because I thought if we start doing the things she's interested in first from home, then if that's not what she wants, she can still go into college, rather than it'd be the other way around. It's easier this way around. So anyway, so nothing really changes with that. That's where Sean's at. There's nothing much to show you. So there's no point in keep doing vlogs about what Sean's doing, because it'll just be monotonous. It'll be the same thing all the time. It's all right once in a while just mentioning where she's at, what she's doing and her interests, things like that in one of our chats. So, you know, I don't need to have the homeschooling or home education in it anymore. And another, same with the homesteading. We were having like a backyard homestead. We had chickens, and well, you know, we've got the ducks still, and we got pheasants. We had quails at one point, and we were growing all our own fruit and veg and everything. But something's changed with that over time. The weather's got me down the last couple of years. Last year I'd really had enough of it, and I think things have just changed. Sometimes you outgrow something, I suppose. It just doesn't seem for me anymore. Maybe it'll come back, I don't know. But it seems a lot of hard work. And, you know, when I can just go to a farmer's market or buy organic if I really want it like that. You know, sort of from garden grown type stuff. We've still got all the fruit trees and still got the ducks and getting duck eggs. So, but I'm not aiming for this sort of full-time homesteading type thing anymore. And home life, well, home life is mainly what's left really. We do shopping. I show you when I go days out. You see family events, like when I do buffets for Christmas or parties and things like that, and I'll take pictures and just pop some pictures on. So you're still seeing home life, and I think that's more what it's geared to now, home life type of things, which I thought be nice on like Friday, having a chatty Friday where we can talk about what's going on. You can ask me questions, you can tell me sort of what you're up to, or things we've done is similar to you, or you know, it's something that sort of resonates with everybody, I suppose. We all got home life. But yeah, part of it as well, when we first set the channel up, If anybody's ever seen the very first one, it's very rustic then. Not much better now, but better than it was. But yeah, and I was saying about Dean working towards retirement and we'd like to retire early. Well, that did happen. It sort of happened suddenly, really, but that's for another issue. And we'll talk about things to do with that on another chatty vlog, because today I'm going to answer these questions that Crystal posed to me. But I just thought I'll bring you up to date where the channel's at and what it was about originally, and now it's sort of evolved so to what it is now. So like I say, it's mainly home life now. It's our life, and sort of we called it the rich and simple living because we just wanted to live simply, and that still stands. I mean, it doesn't have to be sort of all everything homegrown and everything like I'd had in mind the first time, that we sort of always lived on and off like for years, but it's sort of just want a simpler life, and now it's entered the retirement phase and it's what we want from that. So I think, you know, that will enter into a lot of videos, so with all the shopping and when we do other stuff like the days out and buffets and, you know, things like that, or if I cook anything and I show you them sort of things. We'll perhaps do chatty vlogs about retirement and how things are shaping up for us in regards to everything like that and things around, you know. So yeah, that's the sort of thing we're into now. It's more of a home life channel. And like I say, we will mention Sean, what Sean's doing and whatnot, or anything exciting that any of my other family members are doing, if I think it's exciting or something worrying. But yeah, but like I say, I'm going to answer these questions now, and I've just done the first one for you about Dean's bad habits. It was actually posed as, shall we have a drink? Talk too much. So I've told you that. Not really, he doesn't do anything really that irritates me that much, particularly. Maybe another thing is when he hangs washing out on a sunny day, he doesn't hang it inside out, you know, like black jeans. That, I only thought of that because I've just done that, and I thought I got to the washing first and turned it all inside out. It's a nice day today, so good drying day. So yeah, the main thing is the milk. I'm always going on about the milk. So he said in retaliation, you know, the thing that gets me about you is you're always moaning about the milk. So touche. But that was question number one. So question number two, things that annoy me. So not so much a particular person, but maybe things in general, anything that annoys me. Well, I'll tell you what annoys me, and it's been an ongoing thing lately to the point that I'm getting really mad about it, is these door knockers. I don't mean a physical door knocker, but people coming round trying to sell you things, even when you've got like slips in your window saying you don't buy it or anything like that from door salesmen, or you don't sign up to anything, you're not interested, you'll contact them sort of thing. They still knock your door. Recently we've been having these what they call, like I'm on now, Wi-Fi things. These people who come to try and sell you different networks and things like that, and that drove me mad. We got the same one 4 times in 1 week last month, and I was so annoyed. Says, if he knocks again, I'll knock him out. I was so annoyed with it, and yeah, I was quite angry. I thought, I'll tell him what for. But it's been going on for months. But we've had new houses been built, and we've had all this, I think it's 5G or something, and everybody's sort of coming to change it to this and change it to that, and we've had all kinds of things, and it drives you mad. Electricity and gas, that was one we had as well. I think that was last week. And but if I wanted to change, I would, you know, look into it myself. I'd Google the best ones or ask around people what they'd got and what they recommended was the best for our area. So that annoys me. There's no need to be going around knocking people's doors, and it's all day of the night, in the middle of having tea, or in the morning. It's even been when I've been in bed sometimes, and it drives me mad. And I'm thinking, you know, take notice. If you're told no, go away, go and get a proper job. So yeah, that does annoy me. I mean, you can ask any member of my family what annoys me, and that annoys me. It's to the point that if they met one of my kids at the bottom of the drive, they'd say, don't go up there, mate. So yeah, that's something that does annoy me. So number 3, clothes shopping and fashion experiences. I haven't been clothes shopping for donkey's years. Well, that's not entirely true. I did go just before Christmas, pick stuff up for my daughter's Christmas, some jumpers and coats and things like that, but not for myself. I haven't bought clothes. I think last time I had something new was in 2023, the beginning of 2023, and I didn't buy it. I got bought an outfit for my birthday. So I don't buy clothes. I tend to sort of wear the same things that last donkey's years, and I have like 2 outfits for best and a funeral outfit. And that's it. I don't tend to buy them. Fashion experiences, I've got no experience. I don't go into shops to buy clothes, you see, because I always think, oh, they don't fit me. I wouldn't go and wrestle into changing cubicles or anything like that. So if I buy clothes, I will go like somewhere online, like I do like Asda George. I do like their clothes, and I'll order theirs and try them on at home, and because they do some nice tops and things like that. And I get Sean tops and things, and her jeans come from there because she likes jeggings, and I get them from Asda George. But I order it online and it comes in a couple of days. If you want to return them, you can take them into the shop and return them as well. You don't have to, send it back by post. You can do, or take it to your nearest shop. So yeah, that's what I do. I don't really go out buying clothes. When I was young, I did all the time. I was always buying clothes, but now I'm just very frugal. I think if you don't need new clothes, why buy them, unless you're going somewhere special and just buy a nice outfit for that. But if you don't need them, there's no point in buying them. So yeah, that's me. Question number 4. Now this could actually be a vlog on its own, really. It could be a topic on its own, because it asks, what do I dread? Sort of like dentists, doctors, that kind of thing. Well, I dread all of them. There is it would be a thing on its own, because I suffer anxiety, and I've been very bad with anxiety, really ill, and there's a lot of things I could say about that, and maybe that would be better for a vlog on its own one day when I feel that I want to talk about it, because there'll be a lot of people who will understand what I'm saying, and I think it's a good thing to talk about in sort of mental health thing, isn't it? Where other people can relate to you, and they can tell you their experiences that you can relate to as well. So what do I dread? I dread a lot of things because I suffer anxiety. Just a quick overview: dentist, because I've got 2 bottom teeth missing, and they had got an infection in them, and the dentist wanted to drill holes in it and suck infection out and refill it. There's a name for it, I can't remember what it was. Well, the cost put me off as well, because I was with a private dentist. But from that moment, I was terrified to go back. I just said I'd rather it fell out, and he turned around and said, well, you could get sepsis and die in between. That's what the dentist said to me. And I knew about sepsis anyway, because one of my sons has had it, and he was lucky to get to hospital just in time. But I said I'll take my chances, and I was afraid to go back there ever since, because I was frightened he was going to do something to me. But it was because I'd had this anxiety. It wasn't just anxiety, it had all started, well, I won't go into the full story, but it started in 2007, the year before I had Sean, and I actually had a breakdown at that point. And so now I can't do many things, I don't go in prison, quite nervous of things. So the doctors as well, I'm supposed to be going in for my bloods for my sugar and cholesterol. They're due, but I'm a bit. And then also I've just put in for my prescription. They sent me a message saying that it's due for review, and I'm thinking, oh no, I don't want to go up there. The only times I force myself to go is if it's for something for Sean, and that's really difficult to do. Dean will wait outside for me, but I suppose I've got Sean there because I'm going for her then as well. But to do something like that for myself, it's very difficult. I do dread it. I never used to, but I only dread it because of this anxiety that I'm left with. But yeah, I won't go into any more about that. That might be a good one on its own at some point, to talk about further down the line maybe. So we'll see. But yeah, Number 5. Oh, and another thing about dreading as well, another thing coupled with it, you've probably heard me mention that, is travelling. I don't like going in the car much. I'm all right with some people, but there's some people I can't go in the car with and travel with, and I get very nervous to the point I get really bad headaches that affect my vision. So if I'm going somewhere, even just, I'm all right going to the shopping centre where I go shopping, that's fine. Although sometimes if I've got to go more than a few shops, I have to take some paracetamol to get rid of the headaches that it's causing. But yeah, that's another thing. But anyway, we'll go on to question 5. What do my family do to irritate me? Nothing really. They don't irritate me. Not really. Not all of them live here. I've got 2 daughters and a son that live here. My eldest son and 2 daughters. My twin sons live with their partners, and another son lives with his wife and children. So I don't see them all the time. And my eldest daughter, she goes back and forwards and stays at a boyfriend's, so I don't always see her. But no, I think I irritate them more, especially the girls, because I'm always asking them to help me with technology. Oh, mum, not again. So yeah, yeah, I can't think of anything offhand that irritates me really. That no, they don't really irritate me. I think I irritate them more. Number 6. Does Dean buy me an Easter egg? And if he doesn't, why not? And if he did, which one would he choose? Well, yes, Dean buys me an Easter egg, and he knows what I'll have straight away. I go for an Aero mint Aero. So that's what he gets me, because I love it. The old egg is tasting minty, as well as having an Aero bar or the little round ball things inside, packets of them. So yeah, that's what I have. He doesn't have to ask me. And if he couldn't get that, he would get me a Cadbury's plain chocolate, because I like Cadbury's plain chocolate. I'm not into all the fancy chocolates, I'm not one for all this Ferrero Rochers and all these big fancy chocolates and expensive chocolates. I don't like them. They're too sickly. I like a plain Galaxy, not Galaxy. Well, I don't mind a Galaxy egg, but that can be sickly. I like a plain Cadbury's egg, but my favourite is the Aero Mint. I would like the orange ones as well, but the only thing with them is I think the too much orange sets my acid off. So yeah, I tend to go for the Aero Mint, and I think he's already got it. So the last question, number 7. Do I like collectibles? And if so, what do I collect? I don't really collect so much stuff now, because I'm trying to get rid of things rather than collect things. But when I was younger, I used to like the Lilliput Lane cottages, but only the Christmas edition. So every Christmas I'd have one of these Lilliput Lane cottages, and they were really nice. I loved the detailing and the colour, everything. They were beautiful, and I had a cabinet of them. But like I say, they take up too much room. They were starting to get dusty. They're really hard to clean. So in the end, I decided to sell them, and I got quite a bit of money for them, because they were collectibles and only made so many. And they were the Christmas edition specials, so they only made so many. So yeah, I did get quite a bit of money for them, but I sold them. Now I don't really collect anything. Oh, well, when I said this to Dean says, "You're collecting much china." I do like china, but I did get rid of a load. I've got rid of quite a lot of boxfuls of it. That was recently. But I do like little teacups and saucers and the little plates. And I love like you get the matching sandwich plates, cake plates, all that kind of thing. Absolutely love them. And nice china ones, bone china, different designs and things like that. So yeah, I love all that kind of thing. But I don't collect them so much now, because I've sold. I gave some to the charity shop, actually. I have sold some and gave some to the charity shop. So yeah, I don't really collect anything now, because it takes up space, and that kind of thing. I think most things I collect now is photographs of old photographs of family members, and sort of ancestors and that kind of thing. I like collecting photos like that. They're easy to store. And tins. At Christmas time, I did show some of my tin collection. I like collecting tins, but they've got to be nice tins. And Dean chucked a load of them away, but because you can't have too many. But if I can make use of them and keep things in them, that's all the better. So yeah, that's all I collect. Can't think of anything else I collect. But I like watching the Antiques Roadshow, and sometimes they pick up some beautiful little cups and saucers, and I'm like, that will be worth something. And it either is or it isn't. And you say, how do you know that? I know. But yeah, I do like them, and the colours get me. I love the pink and the greens, like a light green in China. Very nice. So yeah, that's all those questions. So that's a bit more about me that you know. So I think each Friday, if I can, we'll try and do a vlog. Maybe we'll talk about something current that's going on. Maybe some of you will have more questions that you think, oh, I'd like to know that. What about this? What about that? And I'll jot them down until we've got enough that we can make a vlog and answer them. We'll perhaps do a retirement one. Now that's all going soon, because that's a bit up and down some days. So I might have a chat about that, early retirement as well, maybe next week or whenever. But we'll see. But we'll find what we've got to chat about. Sometimes it might be just something topical in the news that's going on, and I'm thinking, oh, that's worth a natter about. So yeah, that's all for today. I'm going to have a look now what Dean's doing in the garden. I've picked out some pots. I'm just saving a few pots. I don't know if I said on my garden vlog that I'm going to get rid of all my plastic ones and I'm saving a few pot ones that I want to put a few pansies in. So I'm going to see what I want to keep. And yeah, you can come past, Daniel. My son's walked in and he don't come past because I'm talking. So yeah, that's that really. So like I said, I'm going to see that. So give me all your comments down below. Tell me what sort of things you might like collecting, or bad habits and things that annoy you, and all that kind of things. Or are you having Easter eggs? If so, which ones do you like? What are you going to be having? So yeah, I shall see you now. I'll try and come back on Monday. If we're doing something Monday, I'll try and come back on Monday. I've still got those pies to try. I've not tried them yet, those macaroni cheese ones. So I might do that on Monday. So anyway, until then, take care, everybody. Thank you for watching. Keep the comments coming. I love a good chat. And I shall see you hopefully on Monday. Have a good weekend. Bye.